Get ready, news junkies, because the future is accelerating faster than ever. This is ElectroDrive News, and we're diving headfirst into a world that's constantly evolving. The pace of innovation is relentless, and staying ahead of the curve is what we do best. From groundbreaking automotive reveals to seismic shifts in global markets, we've got the inside track on what you absolutely need to know. Don't blink, because you might just miss the next big thing. We're bringing you the most electrifying updates, the stories that are shaping tomorrow, today. First up, we're hitting the road with a brand new electric SUV that's turning heads and redefining practicality. Get ready for a deep dive into its impressive range, spacious design, and the cutting-edge tech packed inside. This isn't just another car, it's a glimpse into the future of family travel, and it's arriving sooner than you think. Then, we're shifting gears to explore a monumental trend sweeping across an entire continent. We'll break down how electric vehicles are moving from a niche concept to an undeniable mainstream force, examining the factors driving this massive adoption and what it means for everyone. This is a story of transformation, and you'll want to be in the know. Next, we're heading stateside to uncover a fascinating dynamic playing out in the automotive market. With a significant financial incentive set to expire, we're seeing a surge in interest and sales. We'll explore the timing, the impact, and what this means for consumers looking to make the switch. And finally, we're cutting through the noise to bring you clarity on those crucial details. The IRS has stepped in to clarify the exact rules and timelines surrounding a major incentive, and we've got the breakdown. It's all about making sure you have the information you need to navigate these exciting changes. Don't miss a single second. Hit that like button, subscribe to ElectroDrive News, and ring that notification bell so you're always plugged in. The EV5 makes its grand entrance. Kia is electrifying the family SUV segment with the highly anticipated EV5, and the UK market is getting its first taste with confirmed pricing and specifications. This all-new, fully electric SUV is designed to accommodate 5 occupants comfortably across 2 rows, boasting an impressive all-electric range of up to 329 miles on a single charge. Beyond its substantial driving range, the EV5 emphasizes practicality and generous storage solutions, aiming to be a versatile companion for everyday life and longer journeys. Starting at £39,295, the order books are now open, with the first customer deliveries expected to commence later this year. This launch marks a significant milestone in Kia's ambitious strategy to introduce 9 new electric vehicles to the UK market by 2027, further solidifying its commitment to electrification. The EV5 strategically positions itself as the electric equivalent of Kia's popular Sportage, a model that has consistently been a bestseller across global, European, and UK markets. This move allows Kia to cater to a wider audience by offering family SUVs across a spectrum of powertrains, including fully electric, plug-in hybrid, and traditional internal combustion engines, thereby maximizing customer choice and accessibility. The EV5 will be available in 3 distinct, well-appointed trim levels: Air, GT Line, and GT Line S. Kia's approach is to ensure each trim level comes equipped with a comprehensive suite of features, simplifying the purchasing process and making it transparent and understandable for consumers. Under the hood, or rather within the chassis, all EV5 variants are powered by an 81.4 kWh battery pack, a unit also found in the EV3 and EV4 models. This robust battery system enables the impressive 329-mile range. Propulsion is handled by a single, front-mounted electric motor, generating 160 kW, 214 bhp, and 295 Nm of torque, driving the front wheels. This setup allows the EV5 to achieve a 0 to 62 mph sprint in 8.4 seconds, with a top speed capped at 102 mph. The vehicle's 400V architecture, based on Kia's Electric Global Modular Platform, EGMP, is engineered for efficient charging. Drivers can replenish the battery from 10% to 80% in approximately 30 minutes using a 150 kW DC fast charger. For slower, overnight charging, an 11 kW AC charger can take the battery from 10% to 100% in 7 hours and 20 minutes. Kia has also paid close attention to aerodynamic efficiency, integrating active air flaps in the front bumper that automatically adjust for optimal cooling and aerodynamic performance. Further enhancing efficiency are a full body undercover, wheel strakes, deflectors, and reduced wheel gaps to minimize drag. The subtle Botel rear design also contributes to a lower drag coefficient of 0.29 CD, 0.3 CD for GT line variants. Inside, the EV5 offers a flexible and spacious cabin, with a versatile center console providing up to 16.5 liters of storage. The boot capacity is equally impressive, starting at 566 liters with all seats in place, expandable to a cavernous 1,650 liters when the second row is folded down. A 44-liter frunk offers additional storage for charging cables. The boot opening is over 1,000 wide, making loading bulky items like pushchairs or sports equipment straightforward. Technology is at the forefront, with Kia's new connected car navigation cockpit, CCNC, featuring dual 12.3-inch displays for infotainment and driver information, supporting wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. An additional 5.3-inch touchscreen manages climate controls, complemented by physical switches. A customizable head-up display is available on higher trims. Notably, the EV5 integrates Kia's AI assistant, powered by ChatGPT, allowing for natural language interaction with vehicle features, travel planning, and even entertainment. Standard features include Kia CarPlay for seamless parking payments and plug and charge for simplified charging station access. Furthermore, entertainment packages offer access to streaming services like Netflix and YouTube when parked. Stay tuned, because this electrifying launch is just the beginning of our deep dive into the future of family mobility. Next, we're exploring a continent-wide shift as electric vehicles rapidly transition from a niche market to the mainstream. Europe's EV revolution accelerates into the mainstream. The electric vehicle landscape across Europe, including the UK, is undergoing a profound transformation, moving rapidly from a specialized market for early adopters to a dominant force in the automotive sector. This significant shift is propelled by a potent combination of advancements in battery technology, a rapidly expanding charging infrastructure, and proactive policy initiatives, all converging with evolving consumer preferences. Paul Bennett, managing partner at Maddox Square LLP, highlights that this convergence is not only reshaping the market, but also challenging established automakers to innovate at an unprecedented pace. At the heart of this transition lies the continuous development of EV technology. Battery energy densities have seen remarkable increases while costs have simultaneously decreased, enabling contemporary EVs to offer driving ranges that are increasingly competitive with traditional internal combustion engine vehicles. This progress directly addresses and significantly mitigates one of the primary historical concerns for potential EV buyers: range anxiety. Complementing these technological leaps, the charging infrastructure across Europe has experienced substantial growth. The International Energy Agency reports that the number of public charging points across the continent surged by over 35% in 2024 compared to the previous year, surpassing 1 million installations. This expansion, particularly in urban centers, along major highways, and increasingly in rural areas, is crucial for making EVs a practical and viable option for a much broader consumer base. While the charging network is growing robustly, ongoing development is still needed to fully eliminate charging anxiety, a new concern that arises with the increasing reliance on charging infrastructure. Vehicle manufacturers have responded dynamically to this evolving market. Led by new and agile entrants, the diversity of available EV models has exploded, spanning from compact city cars to a growing array of SUVs, and critically, at price points that cater to a wider spectrum of buyers. This expanding variety is instrumental in meeting diverse market segment needs and consumer preferences, thereby accelerating mainstream adoption. While challenges in scaling the EV ecosystem for mass adoption persist, affordability is becoming less of a barrier. The total cost of ownership for EVs is becoming increasingly competitive, especially when considering government incentives. For instance, Recent UK government subsidies, ranging from £1,500 to £3,750 for new EV purchases, are providing a significant boost to the retail market. The UK's salary sacrifice scheme for business users, offering substantial tax breaks, continues to be a major market driver, accounting for approximately 75% of new EV registrations in the UK. The integration of EVs into the broader energy system presents both complex challenges and significant opportunities. As EV adoption escalates, power grids require adaptation to manage the increased demand. Innovative solutions like smart charging and vehicle-to-grid (V2G) technologies are under development to facilitate this integration effectively. These advancements hold the potential to transform EVs into valuable assets for grid stabilization and renewable energy storage. Policy frameworks remain a critical element in this transition. The European Union has set an ambitious target to phase out internal combustion engine vehicles by 2035, with the UK aiming for an even earlier date of 2030 for petrol and diesel cars. However, the EU is facing increasing pressure from automotive manufacturers like Mercedes-Benz to reconsider these deadlines. Individual European countries are actively implementing various incentives, including purchase subsidies, tax exemptions, and non-monetary benefits like access to low-emission zones and preferential parking, all designed to encourage EV adoption. The shift towards electric mobility has also triggered substantial changes within the automotive industry and its associated sectors. Traditional automakers are fundamentally realigning their strategies, making massive investments in electrification. They are facing intense competition from new players entering the market, particularly from China, offering well-engineered, feature-rich electric vehicles at highly competitive prices. These manufacturers are rapidly gaining market share, with Chinese-owned brands capturing a notable 9.4% of the UK's new car market in May 2025, a significant increase from 5% in 2024. Supply chain considerations are paramount as the EV market expands. Securing a stable and ethically sourced supply of critical battery materials, such as lithium, cobalt, and graphite, is a growing concern, especially given China's dominance in battery manufacturing, technology, and raw material processing. As EVs transition to the mainstream, their impact extends beyond the automotive sector, influencing urban planning and consumer behavior towards sustainable transportation and energy consumption. This continental shift is truly reshaping our roads and energy systems. Now, let's head over to the United States, where a different kind of surge is happening before a key deadline. U.S. EV market sees pre-credit expiration surge. The impending expiration of federal electric vehicle tax credits in the United States is reportedly creating a significant surge in automotive sales, as consumers rush to take advantage of the substantial financial incentive before it disappears. The Wall Street Journal reported that dealers across the nation are bracing for a period of heightened activity in the final weeks leading up to the September 30th deadline, when the federal government's $7,500 tax credit for new EV purchases is set to conclude. This deadline is particularly impactful in states like Colorado, where EVs have historically seen faster sales cycles compared to other regions. Dealers are observing a notable trend, with manufacturers like Nissan employing attractive, low-cost lease deals that make EVs accessible to a broader range of first-time buyers who might otherwise find them financially out of reach. This strategy is crucial in the current market environment, where the absence of such incentives could significantly alter purchasing decisions. Industry analysts, including PYMNTS CEO Karen Webster, had previously projected a substantial drop in EV demand, potentially as much as 28% by the end of the decade, following the loss of these credits. Webster's analysis highlighted the challenging market dynamics that could arise from the absence of incentives to offset higher purchase prices, compounded by potential increases due to tariffs and the ongoing development of charging infrastructure. She noted that these factors could potentially hinder the growth trajectory of the EV industry in America. Webster further elaborated on the complexities of the U.S. EV market, describing it as a classic multi-sided market, where the success of the ecosystem relies on aligning the needs and incentives of various participant groups. Failures in this alignment, rather than isolated flaws, could explain the industry's current struggles. The market's progression is dependent on multiple distinct user groups participating simultaneously, agreeing on standards, and competing on features rather than proprietary systems or government subsidies. When these critical elements are out of sync, the entire system experiences difficulties. The situation underscores the delicate balance required to foster widespread adoption of new technologies, particularly in a sector as complex and capital-intensive as the automotive industry. This pre-expiration rush is a direct response to the financial implications of the tax credit's end. Consumers who have been on the fence about purchasing an EV are now motivated by the opportunity to secure a significant discount. Dealers are working to process as many sales as possible, ensuring that vehicles are purchased and, in many cases, delivered before the critical deadline. The varying interpretations and clarifications surrounding the credit's applicability have added another layer of complexity, with the IRS recently stepping in to provide more definitive guidance on the timing and requirements for eligibility. This clarity, while welcome, also reinforces the urgency for buyers to act quickly. The expectation is that this surge will temporarily boost EV sales figures, but the long-term impact of the credit's expiration remains a key point of discussion and concern within the industry. The market is essentially in a race against time, with both consumers and manufacturers keen to maximize the benefits of the existing federal support before it is withdrawn. This rush highlights the significant impact of incentives on consumer behavior. Now, let's get the official word from the IRS on exactly how these credits will wind down and what that means for buyers. IRS clarifies crucial EV tax credit deadline details. In the United States, a critical deadline for federal electric vehicle tax credits is fast approaching, and the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, has stepped in to provide essential clarity regarding the timing and requirements for claiming these valuable incentives. With the September 30th termination date for the federal EV tax credit looming, potential buyers and manufacturers alike have sought definitive guidance on whether purchasing or taking delivery of a vehicle by this date is necessary to qualify. The IRS has updated its website to address these ambiguities, offering a clear explanation of how the winding down of various credits, including those for EVs, will be managed. According to the IRS's explanation, simply acquiring a vehicle before the termination date is the initial step, but it does not automatically guarantee eligibility for the credit. The crucial factor is when the vehicle is officially placed into service. The agency clarifies that if a taxpayer has a written binding contract in place and has made a payment, such as a down payment or trade-in, on or before September 30, 2025, they will still be entitled to claim the credit. This holds true even if the vehicle is physically placed into service after the September 30th deadline. This provision offers a crucial window of opportunity for buyers who secure their purchase agreement before the cutoff date, even if final delivery extends beyond it. This detail is particularly important for managing expectations and ensuring compliance with the program's rules. Furthermore, the IRS reminds taxpayers of the essential paperwork they should receive at the time of vehicle purchase. Dealers are required to provide a time of sale report when the buyer takes possession of the vehicle or within 3 days of that event. This documentation is vital for the buyer's tax filing purposes. Reports from sources like NPR, quoting experts such as Camila Dominosk, emphasize that making some form of payment, whether a down payment or a trade-in, is a non-negotiable requirement for qualifying for the EV tax credit, in addition to having the binding contract in place by the deadline. This clarification from the IRS is significant as it provides a clearer roadmap for consumers navigating the end of this popular incentive program. It aims to prevent confusion and ensure that eligible buyers can benefit from the credit. The agency's detailed explanation helps to manage the transition smoothly, allowing those who commit to an EV purchase before the deadline to still receive the financial benefit, even if delivery occurs later. The question of whether this clarification will indeed lead to a significant uptick in EV sales in the remaining weeks before the September 30th cutoff remains to be seen. But the IRS guidance offers a crucial piece of the puzzle for consumers making these important purchasing decisions. This information is vital for anyone looking to purchase an EV in the US in the coming weeks. With the deadline clarified, the focus now shifts to the overall impact of these incentives. Let's wrap up all the top stories with a quick recap and a look at what's next. That's all the electrifying news for today. We saw the stylish new Kia EV5 arrive with impressive range and practicality. Europe's EV market is booming, shifting from niche to mainstream thanks to tech and policy. In the US, EV sales are surging as a major tax credit nears its expiration, and the IRS has clarified the exact rules for those crucial EV tax credits. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to ElectroDrive News for all your essential updates, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and follow us on all our social channels for even more exclusive content. Stay charged, and we'll see you in the next one.